Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibhiriditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grananti Ye Bhurida Jana Bhuvi Grananti Ye Bhurida Jana. Naren and M are talking to each other regarding the present condition of the students, how they behave, what they aim at, where are they going to lodge, how they are going to be caught in their own actions prison house. Naren is bothered. M is trying to be a mediator between the nature and the actual happening. Everyone is the balance sheet of his entire past and cannot be that person what he is, because his past is such that he is that person he has become. To change that personality, to change his attitudes and awarenesses, to build up, to transform, it needs a Hercules strength and tremendous dedication. You have to pour love upon them, sit with great care like a mother, give them knowledge, understanding, and bring them around to the path, which is impossible. For Naren it is possible, but he doesn't know and he has not been authorized. He doesn't know what he is he talking also perhaps, but he is concerned. They were talking thus when Sri Ramakrishna came to them and asked with a smile, Sarvajna is coming. There is nothing a person can hide from God. He is Antaryamin, sitting in the front and observing whole thing like a normal human. He is observing everything without participating, without making them know who he is, what is he doing. God, saints and gurus, they work from different dimension, which is inaccessible to normal humans. We can't see. They have remote controls. It works from a different realm where they can see, from where they can see, and we can't see. They can see us, our inner feelings, our status, our karmas, but they can't see. People cannot see, others cannot see what God is doing, how He is observing. there we come across tremendous forbearance, endurance in case of the avatars, be it Rama or Krishna or Thakur. How much of endurance, like Mother Nature and Mother Earth, they go on silently bearing. How the nature bears, you see, assault of the people. Everything, people are cutting off the trees in lakhs and millions every day. Wars, huge destructive force is working. Everything nature is tolerating, bearing. When it goes to the extreme, she allows their karma to work. She doesn't do anything. Each one has to pay the price for his own actions. So nature warns, nature gives signals. In spite of that, the man goes ahead and he has to face the consequence. Look at the endurance, forbearance, how much they bear. Earth, Mother Earth. Last, as cow, she goes and weeps at the feet of God, not able to bear the sins of the people. Avatara comes down to rescue the earth. Each avatara coming, you see the earth weeping, the nature weeping. This is what happens. Naren is spirited because the purpose for which he has come is that to change the world. But to change the world is possible only when a person doesn't have a complaint against the world. Otherwise, if a person has got a single complaint against this world, he cannot transform. He cannot serve. He cannot love. Where we see a defect, we can't love. So, it must be, a person must be just like a doctor who has no complaints against the patient. He has complaints against a disease. He wants to remove the disease. He has no complaints against the person who has diseases. He wants to remove. So that must be the attitude with which the sadhaka moves. And the one who is going to serve the world moves. And spiritual life is impossible. The spiritual life and worldly life. We have two aspects of our existence. One is spiritual existence, one is bodily existence. To be body and live in this world is worldly life. To be spirit and live in this world is spiritual life. How much of body we are, how much of spirit we are, we know ourselves. Spiritual life, to be spirit and live in this world. So, spiritual life means it has a different, entirely different base, different structure. You cannot have a complaint there against the world or against anything in this world, against any person. He must be seeing with equanimity, absolute equanimity. Like a jnani sees the world, like a newborn baby, 2 months old, will be seeing the world. Everything is equal. It has not labeled anything in this world. It doesn't give meaning to anything happening, nor it has anything to comment upon, no judgment. Non-judgmental mind it has. That attitude, that awareness, that superimposition, we have to do. What is siddha for a perfected soul is the sadhana for the sadhaka. So he has to behave like that. Now Master comes. They were talking, the Sri Ramakrishna came to them and asked with a smile, "Well, what are you talking about?" With a smile he is coming and the right time, when the iron is hot, hit it on the head when the iron is red. So, it is timely. See, Gurus wait for years to give one instruction to a disciple or to a person. Years they wait. Because that psychological setup and psychological state has to come. The iron must be red hot then it receives as instruction. Otherwise it will be information only. Whatever you tell, they immediately understand, yes Swamiji, I have to do like that from tomorrow. Gone forever. In that particular, when it is happening, when it is given, it remains. It becomes an instruction, never to be forgotten, never to be left out. The rest of the life and the coming lives also will continue the same. That is now Ramakrishna has come there. What are you talking about? Narendra. I have been asking him about the boys in the school. The conduct of students nowadays is not at all that it should be. Now look at the Ramakrishna's reaction to this. The master became grave and said to him rather seriously, "This kind of conversation is not good. It is not desirable to indulge in any talk but talk of God. You are their senior and you are intelligent. You should not have encouraged them to talk about such matters." An important instruction for all of us, that don't waste time is one thing. Vaka. Sadhana begins with Vang Nirodha. Spiritual life begins with Vang Nirodha. Holy Mother used to say, when you talk with utmost care. Wherever there has been fighting, wherever there has been misunderstanding, wherever there has been kalaha, everything, wherever there is war, it has begun only from speech. Everywhere, whatever is misunderstanding or whatever it is, it has begun only from speech. Holy Mother used to say, be extremely careful when you speak, because a war and kalaha, misunderstanding, all this has begun only from talk, and whatever is necessary, alone you talk, and whatever you have to say, tell in minimum words. There also she restrains. Minimum words and complete. How to, the vak indriya, how to control. Two things we have to always have sanyama over is on enjoyments, even taking food or this, that, small things on enjoyments, exercise your self-control, and on your tongue to speak. Both are tongue only. One is jnanendriya, one is karmendriya. So when you eat, offer the taste to God and food to the body. When you talk what is good for all, what love you can express, and nothing more. If you want to talk anything more, let it be of God. You can talk any amount, sing any amount, chant any amount, but talking is restricted. It is completely controlled. Enjoyments and speech is the thing that we have to control always. And then you see, this vak is external vak is speech, talk, not walk, is internal expression through sound. Mind, it is going on. Mind has to be detached from those thoughts. The thoughts must be purified, and thoughts get purified when raga dveshas are abated, brought down. Raga dveshas are the most things. She's done like this, he has done like this, I will do like this. All these calculations will be going on because it's likes and dislikes, raga dvesha, attachments and aversions. So the attachments and aversions has to be clear. Each time a thought appears in the mind, what is making this thought appear in my mind? What is making this appear in my mind? Self-analysis must constantly be going on, that the root, it must be rooted out from the base. You cannot trim and leave it temporarily, no. It will grow wildly. Each cutting will make it grow more. So that is how we bring. Sri Ramakrishna is insisting what to speak, what not to speak. One is time waste. It is not going to bring any fruit. Second thing is, you can't serve and love. You can't serve and love. The third thing is, it is going to become a samskara in you to see the world in the same way. When will you see the divine? Life is going away. You are born to give, and you sat there taking. Your hand should have been like this. You have been becoming, living like a beggar in this world. So, to see, to give, to serve, to sacrifice, that is the only way of emancipation of the soul. You will be growing, you will be evolving only through sacrifice giving away, giving away, giving away, emptying everything, not collecting and storing, no. So every moment of life is so precious and it has to be properly utilized. And then a mediocre sadhaka, he goes on waiting for opportunity. As soon as the opportunity comes, I will do this. But a zeal, enthusiastic sadhaka, filled with spirit, creates the opportunity. It doesn't wait for opportunity. Creates the. This is the difference. We have to create the opportunity. I want to serve, create an opportunity. I want to do this, create an opportunity. Don't wait for the opportunity. One day will come, the waves will stop and I will have a nice bath and come in the ocean. It will never happen. Mediocre sadhaka, it will be going on waiting. God will help me, God will help me. One day I will be free from all the vasanas. Then I will start meditating. No. I will listen to songs. I will do this one, I will do that one. Never the day comes. Now, there is time for other things. This is meditation hour. This is puja hour. This is japa hour. This is this. Studies. He will not miss anything and do everything as it should be done. As it should be done. Just for the sake of pushing the things, like storytelling and staying, cannot, no. Meticulously, with all deliberation, you have to do every act. Japa, sit, nothing else should disturb or shake. When you do our puja, mind should not go anywhere. You must be seeing the living presence of God there. Complete, everywhere perfection and dedication. Nothing short of that. See, one thing you must become like Holy Mother uses this term also. Thakur also uses this term. To become an anvil. Bengali word I forgot. Be an anvil, the sledgehammer goes on hitting. Nothing, it doesn't shake, nor gets affected. Blows, die. Nothing. They keep the red hot iron on the anvil and hit with the sledgehammer. It silently bears. And nothing happens, it doesn't get shaken. This is the firmness that because somebody is talking something, somebody is telling something, something is happening, I will not do. No, this is not at all the, people are all talking there, well, how will I meditate? No. Nothing should disturb you. And second thing is, your attitudes and awarenesses should not deviate from the divine. Vision must be filled with divine, awarenesses must be filled with divine, and that is done by anchoring yourself from within. You have anchored yourself. In God, you have to be rooted in God, and move about doing all the duties and activities of life. Run and do, joyfully, but be anchored. What example Thakur gives for us? Muri? Budi, वो एक है. The other thing, holding the pillar and revolving, commonly. बुढ़ी को छू लेना, is realization of God. This is your activity, you are in the activity, and you should not be affected by your moving and dealings with people. People are varieties of people. Each has his own samskaras, vasanas. Each one will be talking something. You should not be affected by anything. How is it possible not to be affected by anything? Talking. You are sitting with all people and they are talking something sensible and non-sensible, and you are not getting affected. How? Because you anchored yourself within, and your awareness is filled with divine. You have to fill your awareness with always divine. You have to attend to the duties of life. Nothing you can escape. You cannot say, I will go and sit in a separation is not possible. Seclusion is not possible. Because you are not meant for that. A day God will arrange when you can peacefully, unaffected, you can sit for. First thing is inactivity, and while in world with people, you should not be affected. At gross level, nothing should affect you. Then you are ready for ekanta, inner. Now at that level, you will be dealing with the subtler aspects of desires and vasanas. Grosser, unless the grosser goes away, you cannot deal with the subtler. Then when you conquer subtler also, all the subtle desires will come out when you are in ekanta. If you go before that, even gross will not come out. Both will be at sleeping. Suptavastha they go. Because gross are there, subtle will not come out. People are not there, so gross will not come out. On whom to get angry? If I am alone in forest, when you come back, you are the same person. Say, years you may stay in tapasya. You will feel I have become Jitendriya. When you come back after 12 years, you are the same person. Mind and everything was sleeping. It got up. So, gross level, when you are conquered, you enter into ekanta. Till then, short periods of ekanta to be able to focus and concentrate. Now and then you enter into ekanta for short whiles, then in longer periods. Days together, weeks together, months together. Then when the subtle also go away, then at causal level you have to deal. Bija-rupa, it will be Bija-rupa. There's Bija-rupa, when the next rainy season, all weeds will germinate. And more powerful than the main crop. So the seeds will remain. They are dealt at the level of samadhi, deeper meditations. They will be coming as obstruction. You will not allow to meditate. It will not allow you to settle down. Anavalamba sthiti. Then sometimes they go and they cannot remain there. The moment they go, it is just like one person is trying to sleep. The moment he feels sleep, he is getting up. He is not getting sleep. Like that, it will be his state. Such people. These are the obstruction coming because of the unburnt seeds of vasana. Those has to clear. Then in samadhi he can enter at gross, subtle and causal level. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.